Okay, guys, welcome back to the Let's Get Footy. This is episode 4, and we are here. It's Chris and myself, Tommy. We're going to talk about the latest news in the world of football. There's a lot to talk about this week. It's been an exciting week of Champions League. We've got another big week of Premier League to come up, and I'm going to have a rant today because it's a huge week for the Leyton Orient fan base. My team, Leyton Orient. We're in a dogfight this weekend, guys. I don't know how it's come to this, but it has. It's come to the last game. We should have had this sorted, done and dusted weeks ago. You know, we should be on the beach tomorrow relaxing, but we're not. We're in a position where we could go down, and to say I'm upset about it is an understatement. If you've listened to Let's Get Footy the last few weeks, I'm quite an upbeat fan, you know. I accept that we're going to have some bad seasons. When you're a Leyton Orient fan, you kind of accept that most of it's going to be bad. You know, let's face it, it's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows. But I didn't expect to be in this position at this point, you know. And it's frustrating. It's very frustrating, Chris.
I hate that you got me invested into this.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, brother.
Yeah, like I went to get my hair cut on Saturday. And then I pull up the score, and I saw that Blackpool won on an own goal.
Mm-hmm.
And then I text you. I was like, "Fucking lost to Blackpool." I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" By the way, if you're a viewer of this, I apologize. I don't know, allergies, my eyes swollen. We're both running on little to no sleep, and we're trying our best today.
Oh man, but I mean, the thing that's frustrating, you know, I'm quite a positive guy.
Yeah, you definitely are.
I stay positive with the O's. You know, I back the manager, I back the players, I back everything. But I can't stick up for the last few weeks for the O's, and I'm sure most Orient fans would agree. It's been unacceptable. You know, we should have had this done and dusted. You know, we went for a spell where we were winning games, and we were getting back up the league, and we looked comfortable again, and somehow we've let ourselves just drop. You know, I know it's been a weird season in the sense that we've had a lot of injuries and stuff, but everyone has that. We should have beaten Rotherham at home. You know, that was the big one. That was the one that's like, you know, that's where you kind of you deserve it. I don't want to say that, but you deserve when you lose games like that. They're so important. And the performances were terrible. You know, it's not even players giving 100% and losing. You know, you can kind of accept that when the performances are bad as well. But, you know, we get behind the boys tomorrow. We have to win. Burton at home, we have to win. It's in our hands. As long as we win, we stay up. And, of course, Exeter, the Tide that are trying to catch us, if they're playing Bradford at home. Now, Bradford, you know, they need to, you know, they're in the playoffs. It's an important game for them as well. Let's hope that they can get the win. If Bradford win, we're safe. I'm happy. Tomorrow I'm a Bradford fan. I've got more faith in Bradford winning Exeter than I have in the O's right now. But, yeah, that's where we are, brother. That's where we are.
You still think old rich boy should stay, or?
See, that's the thing as well. You know, I've been a supporter.
You've been a big backer. Yeah.
Been a big backer of Richie Wellens. I love him.
Yeah.
I think he's been one of my favourite Orient managers in my 38 years. He's been one of the best that I've seen. But right now, I think that's a tough one, Chris. It's a tough because I can't take these words back. As I say, I'm a big fan of Richie Wellens. I feel like he might be running out of ideas. You know, every manager goes through these funks where, you know, we don't know what's going on in the back room. There seems to have been some arguments in the back room with you know, previous coaches that have now gone, and you know, so we don't know what's gone on there. But he seems to be running out of ideas. There was rumours last week as well, and this was over X, so you don't know how true this is, that he kind of had a few words with fans after the game, which is never good. Never good. Heard some things that I didn't like. Again, can't prove that, so we don't know if that's true. I also know fans in the past that have said stuff that's not been true. You know, I've seen that. So I know that sometimes not everything you see on social media is true. Something that was one of our fans, players, Connolly, who's just come back from an injury, who we've massively missed. He's one of those players that I think, had he had been fit all season, we would have been in a better position. But he came back. He started his first game against Blackpool last week. and he had an argument with the fans after the game. And when you see stuff like that, players and managers, and that's never good. That's never a good sign. Whether we go down or not, maybe, I don't know if Richie will be there next year. I'm not sure. I know a lot of fans don't want him to be right now, but that's because we're in the position.
Whether you guys stay up or go down, I think just based off of what you said with the interaction with the fans and the players going at the fans, he's got it. It's unfortunate. I know you like him. I think that, like we said with Slot and Liverpool, once you start, the fans start going at you, you lose the fans, your days are numbered. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when it's going to happen. I mean, if you guys, how many games do you have left? One?
This is it, bro. Tomorrow is everything.
Tomorrow's the last day.
Last game.
League One.
It's do or die tomorrow, bro. It's do or die.
So if those players can't get up for that, even if they don't want to play for that manager, if they can't get up for that game, and you guys get relegated, you got to look introspectively, not just at the manager, but at the players and how
absolutely
they've handled this season. Yeah, I know you said you guys had a bunch of injuries. Connolly just came back, but I mean, that's no excuse. That's why you have a squad, right?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
That's why, like, with certain teams, with certain managers at the top of the table, and even my own team, like, it pisses me off when managers use injuries as an excuse. I'm like, you have a squad, fucking use it.
Yeah.
Like Arne Slot was like, oh, we've had trouble with right back. We had to put Soboslai at right back. All these players at right back. You had Calvin Ramsey, who's an out-and-out right back, sitting on the bench or rotting in the reserves, and you did not play him. So I have no sympathy.
Yeah.
But if you go into a situation where you're like freaking plugging in strikers at center back because you don't have cover and all this different stuff, then that's different. But if you're not using your squad properly, that's on you. So if you had a good attacker, sounds like you had Ballard, had a good season.
Yeah.
If your players aren't firing and your system's not working, that's a you. That's a coach. That's a tact, and they're not responding to it. And when players don't respond to it, it's probably because, one, they either don't believe in it, or you don't have the correct players for said system that you want to play. So
I dread to think what would have happened if we'd not had Ballard this season. I dread to think, we'd be down. I think, obviously he's the top goal scorer. He's been incredible, and he's done it with, a relatively poor team, So our defense has been the biggest problem this year, I would say. I think, obviously, when you're losing games, it's normally down to the defense. But if we
it doesn't help if you don't score either.
Absolutely, yeah. But if we lose tomorrow, we kind of deserve to go down, because, as you say, if you can't get yourself up for that game, it's massive. It's a playoff game. It's big. It's as big a game as can be. And the Orient fans are great. You will go to an Orient game one time, brother. You're going to come over here. You're going to go to an Orient game. Yep. Hopefully, it's when we're a big game like this, because the Orient fans are small stadium, 10,000. We create an incredible atmosphere. We really do.
Yeah.
Ask any player that's played for the O's on those big occasions. They will tell you.
You're going to be like, yeah, we're going to the Orient game. And I'm like, dude, why are we going past their stadium? Fucking take me to Millwall away.
I've been there a few times.
Oh, man. Is it a home game, or are you guys away?
It's at home.
Okay, come on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's huge. Yeah, it's huge, man. I mean, I'm gutted I can't go tomorrow. I've got family coming down here, so I can't.
Take them all with you.
I know. I should do. But yeah, if we can't win, it's everything. I mean, I know what I'm saying about Bradford, and I hope Bradford can win. Fantastic. Please, Bradford. I'm a Bradford fan tomorrow, 100%. But we need to win tomorrow. We need to win. For me, it's so important. It will show a lot of character. We've had a bad few weeks. We've looked terrible the last couple of games, but the O's need to fight tomorrow. Fight for the badge. Fight for the fans. and let's stay up and go again next year. Please, please, Chris.
Yeah. I hope they do. I hope they do.
Yeah, man.
And make a push to go into the championship. And if you get into the championship, you can get Scott Parker, who seems to excel at taking teams to the next.
It's true. He's just
to the next level. He sucks when you get to the top flight, but he can get you there.
Yeah. Done it to the Cherries?
Yeah, I think it was Fulham, right? I think
it
was Fulham.
He took Bournemouth up as well, though, right?
No, I think it was Eddie Howe. It was Eddie Howe that took up Bournemouth, right?
But they did come back down.
The 2016 campaign. I think Eddie Howe stayed with them the whole time until he went to Newcastle, right?
Oh man, we're gonna have to Google this. I should know this, but I'm pretty sure Bournemouth came back down at one point and then went back up, and I'm sure it was Parker.
It might have been the first time they came, because it would have been like 10 years ago when they came up. But yeah, what do you think of Burnley sacking him, knowing that you're going down?
Yeah,
and you know that he could bring you back up. I think they should have just kept them and just like, okay, you bring us back up, and then we'll part ways, and that's that.
Bit of a weird time because they're already down, So
yeah,
I mean, I guess they're planning for next season now, and they don't see him as part of it. Well, was he definitely sacked? Or did he like kind of mutual, or was he sacked? I'm not sure.
I can't. I think it was mutual.
Okay. Yeah. So that's kind of maybe they just agreed that he's not going to be there next year and kind of get. But you think you'd see out the season now?
Yeah.
Burnley have got this week. They've got Leeds tonight, right?
Yeah, I think that's tonight. Yeah, I actually have the fixtures tonight. Yeah. They're the 8:00 kickoff for you guys. Interesting fixtures coming up. Villa and Tottenham's one to look at.
They both won last week. West Ham and Tottenham both won. The pressure's on.
Yeah, they did. I didn't expect West Ham to come back and take that win. I think West Ham are going to stay up. But again, with Tottenham, I think, again, De Zerbi is kind of like getting them in a good place. So we'll see what happens against Villa, because Villa is coming off of a loss, I think, to Nottingham. They played Forest, right? In the oh shit. Was it the semis yesterday? Yeah. The Europa League semis. I don't want Forest to win that, to be honest with you.
They're in good form at the moment.
I know.
Gibbs White, he's unreal.
You remember when he was like, I think he was planning to go to Tottenham, and then he had like a meeting with the owner, and I'm like, I don't know if like the guy pulled a gun at him or something.
There was that weird moment where he was kind of standing there with the owner next to him.
Yeah.
Like,
did he threaten him or something?
Well, apparently he's like a gangster. He's some sort of mafia guy, apparently. I mean, it's ironic because Gibbs White has been in such amazing form the last couple of weeks. He could be the one that kind of keeps Spurs, send them down now,
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah. Because they're looking good. West Ham are looking pretty good. I know they've still got some tough games. Tottenham have just lost Simmons, which is a blow. They've had. I know we said injuries. They've had some serious injuries. When you look at Tottenham's injury list,
I saw a stat that said Tottenham have more ACL injuries than wins in 2026.
Literally,
which it's so messed up.
I mean, a part of me thinks they're going to just survive it, but I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's going to go to the end. West Ham and Tottenham. I know a Tottenham fan that is dreading, because I think it's Chelsea they play last game of the season. He's dreading being relegated at Chelsea against Chelsea.
Chelsea have been crap.
Yeah,
but they won those few games under. They had that manager bounce on the Rossinier, and it's just been terrible ever since. I don't even know who their manager is right now. I couldn't tell you.
It's too early, bro.
Yeah, I know. It really is. I don't have enough coffee in me.
I think he knows the team well, and he's probably going to steady the ship between now and the end of the season. I would guess for Chelsea.
Now I'm curious.
Probably going to win them the FA Cup.
No, we don't. We don't need that.
They just somehow win things, even when they're terrible. Chelsea. I don't know how they do
it. Callum McFarlane.
That's the guy.
Yeah.
He's obviously a respected figure at the club.
Yeah, I think he was like their U21's coach or something. Yeah, so he's been in their system already, so he probably knows the players and everything.
Yeah.
West Ham go to Brentford. That's not an easy ground to go to.
No, it's a derby, London derby.
Mhm.
And West Ham have got Arsenal next week, I believe. You know, they could play a big part in obviously the title race.
Speaking of Arsenal, what do you think about their win against Newcastle?
Yeah, I mean, I only saw highlights of it, and my
Mhm.
brother's a Newcastle fan, so he wasn't happy at all. I know they're in a bad run of form, but apparently Arsenal
Yeah.
they didn't play that great. Arsenal, they're not looking that great. You know,
Mhm.
they obviously they got the win, which is what they need. You know, they go to Fulham this week, which won't be
They're
an
at
easy
home. I think
game.
they're at home to Fulham.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But still, Fulham's one of those teams that can pick themselves up for those big teams. It's like they'll lose to fucking Wolves, and then that they're one of the teams that'll lose to Wolves, and then they'll go put 4 past like an Arsenal or something. It's
That's like
weird.
it's like Orient. That's what Orient are like in League One. We'll just lose to the bottom, and then we'll beat the top. It's just, I think if Arsenal beat Fulham, they've got that 6 point gap again. Even though City have still got those games in hand, it'll
Mhm.
be a big statement, you know, because City will still look at that and think, okay, we've got to win now, you know, and the pressure's on a little bit. So it will be interesting because I think City play Monday night, so they'll see
They
obviously
do.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it will be interesting. I'm still very much. I think City are still going to do it at this point. I still think City are just City and Haaland maybe coming into form as well, which I think is going to play a big role.
Yeah.
But can you see Arsenal beating Fulham this weekend?
I think they can. If it was at Craven Cottage, I wouldn't put money on it. But I don't know. I think this one will be a draw. I think it'll be a draw. Fulham is a team that can score goals, but again, they're not great defensively. So it just again, Arsenal relies on set piece. So if Fulham can keep their shit together and, take care of the set pieces, don't give them jammy free kicks, take care of business on their defensive half, I think they'll be okay. Again, we know like with these type of games, it all depends, unfortunately, which way the ref is. If we see early on Fulham start getting those easy free kicks, I think it's and cheap fouls in their favor, I think it's going to be a long day at the office for Arsenal. But again, it just takes one corner for them, and then they just fucking go to what they call it all over X, haram ball. It's just atrocious. But I don't know. I think Arsenal will draw that one. I did predict a win for them last week, just
You
because
did.
Newcastle was on a bad run of form,
Mm-hmm.
and that seemed to have continued. I think Eddie Howe is not going to be there in next season. I think he's. I, I saw a joke. I'm kind of familiar with Formula One, but I'm not a big Formula One person.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like akin to getting like all these Mercedes cars and just giving them to mediocre drivers, which is what they like compared it to Newcastle, getting like players like Tonali and at one point Isak and Gamerish and all these other players that are pretty good, and then having Eddie Howe as their manager. It's like you can only take you so far.
It's a shame because I quite rate Eddie Howe. I know he's going through a bad spell now, but what he did at Bournemouth, was unbelievable. Incredible. And he's someone that is kind of seen as a future England manager. A lot of people like say his name comes up a lot when like future England manager. It's a hard one. You know, they're not doing well, Newcastle, and they've had some good years previously, and
Yeah.
they're kind of they're in that, so they want to keep pushing. You know, they've had big investment, as you say, recently, and they want to be in that top four. And their fan base is incredible as well. The Newcastle fans are incredible, and they expect. So yeah, I agree with you, man. I think it could be time for Eddie. So it's a shame. He'll end up somewhere else and probably do a good job, but
Yeah.
Orient.
Yeah. I think he could do a good job there, but I don't think he would drop down that far at all. Interesting thing about Newcastle, I think what kind of messed with them a little bit is obviously they sold their main striker, who was the best striker in the league last season.
Where did he
Isak.
go?
I don't know. He went to
What did he do?
some sort of club in the Northwest. I don't know. What is it called again? Yeah. No, I'm just taking the piss. I'm not. What I was trying to say was, I think that saga going back and forth because apparently it was a Newcastle's owner favorite player, and they didn't want to let him go. But he was like, I don't want to stay here. We had a gentleman's agreement. I think that drama and how long that took kind of messed with their season planning because if as soon as they knew that Isak wanted to leave and they got a bid in from Liverpool, which they're saying, oh, we didn't get a bid in yet, which is bullshit. We all know that they had a bid and they were just sitting on it probably, like most teams do. I think if they would have got that done and dusted like in July, early to mid-July, when you knew he didn't want to leave and you got your strikers in and you didn't panic and fucking buy Wisa from Brentford, I think they'd probably be in a better spot. Then again, I think they're unfairly targeted by these financial rules now that teams like City and Chelsea were able to not deal with or had to deal with. So they had to make a sale regardless before they could buy any players. I don't know. It's just with, all those rules that they have set up and whatever now. I think they could bounce back next season. I think they, get a different manager. I don't know. You think Iraola would be a good fit there?
Oh, he would be, yeah. I think he would be actually. I mean, he's been heavily linked with Chelsea, and I know a lot of Chelsea fans are
anybody
saying
that goes there that's career suicide. Like I don't know how you fix that.
Well, you don't get time at Chelsea, obviously.
No, you
that's
don't.
the big thing.
No.
You've got to have success. Be on it straight away. Great manager, he's been unbelievable for Bournemouth. Obviously, he's done incredible. We do see it so many times though, where these managers go from teams like Bournemouth, Brighton, teams like that, and then they go to the bigger club, and it just doesn't work out. Sometimes we do see that. We see that quite a lot. But I think with Iraola, I think he would do a good job wherever he goes. I don't know. I just think he lost so many key players for Bournemouth last year, and he lost Semenyo in January, and he still has got a team that is, Bournemouth pushing for Europe. It's pretty incredible. He's a name that I would want to see at my club. If I'm a Newcastle or Chelsea.
I don't think Newcastle will be that drastic of a step because if you see how long Eddie Howe has been in the job, he was afforded time. And I think that's a place where they have a bigger picture of what they want to be. And I think he would be afforded 3 or 4 seasons to do what he wanted to do.
They said he wanted to go back to Spain, but I mean, I guess if a big Premier League club, it'd be hard to turn someone like Newcastle and Chelsea down, I'm sure. What do you going back to Isak? What do you think of the way he left Newcastle? Because from someone that wasn't it didn't someone that's not a fan of either of those teams, it didn't look good, man. It wasn't a good way.
I agree. It didn't look good, especially like in the past, gentlemen agreements were worth a damn. It seems like now they're not. It's like, okay, I'll do this season for you. I'll get you to the Champions League. But if any of these teams come in for me and they match what you want, I want to go because I want to play at one of those top elite clubs. No offense to Newcastle at all. At one point, they were in the Champions League. They were in that top 4. So I'm not denying that at all. And if you go even further back, they were pushing for league titles in the 90s. And unfortunately, they ran into that son of a bitch, Ferguson and Man United.
Oh, love it if we beat them. Love it.
Yeah, right? Oh my God. What was it that one season where they were Collymore, that famous Collymore closing in commentary line? I think they were at one point, I think that was the season they were pushing for the title and they were like 12 points clear in April and they still lost. Like that shit is not easy.
The original Arsenal.
Come on. Come on. Not the original Arsenal.
The originals.
Shit.
Yeah, Newcastle, they were great. Yeah, when they had like Shearer back in the day, they went for a spell when they were like a top 4. He's just saying the 90s, early 2000s. They were fantastic team. They're still a great team. I like Newcastle. I've got a lot of respect for Newcastle. I've been to St James's Park and watched the game, and the atmosphere is incredible there, man. They really are great fans.
Yeah, they make one of my favorite beers too.
The
Newcastle's
Newcastle.
Brown. Yeah,
bro. Yeah.
expensive as hell to get here, but it's so
really?
good. Yeah. It's like to get, oh God, was it like a 24 pack or it might be a 12 pack is like nearly $35.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. Just send some over, bro. I'm trying. I don't know how much it is. The only time I've really drunk it is when I was in Newcastle, because I thought I've got to drink it. I'm in Newcastle. What else are you going to drink? And I loved it, man. Beautiful drink.
Speaking of beers, like the only beer that I really drink that's local, that's a domestic, and that's Yingling because it was like brewed in Pennsylvania. But I usually drink either Guinness, Newcastle. What was the other one? Harp from Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like Heineken. Like Heineken is just straight up piss to me. Like I don't. It's disgusting. Stella, Carlsberg when I can find it. Well, that's pretty much it. Anything you'd recommend that you like?
I mean, you won't like what I like, and the listeners will probably not like it either. But I drink a lot of Bud Light, which is
it's got to be your New England Patriots connection, then.
It's debatable whether that is a drink, like alcoholic. It's just alcoholic, but I like a Bud Light, man. I don't know what it is. I don't particularly like normal Bud that much. Don't mind it. I'll drink it, but Bud Light for me is, I enjoy them, man. But I drink all beers, to be honest.
Yeah, I like darker beers. I like darker beers. I do.
Mm-hmm. Guinness is beautiful. You know,
I have any left. No, I don't.
Crack one open now. What's the time?
I just got a few porters. No, I can't go into work. Pissed. I mean, I could.
It's Friday, man.
I could, because there was one time. This was years ago. This was probably 8 years. It was a Thursday night, and the wife and I decided to open up a bottle of wine. She had a couple glasses, and I finished, and I threw up that night. So there's only like two. There were 3 occasions. So I've been drinking for like over a decade. not an alcohol. So let me put it that way. There was only been 3 occasions where I threw up, and wine was one. And it was miserable. I woke up the next day and felt so fucking terrible. Thankfully, I had to go into work at 10 o'clock, so I got to sleep in a little bit. But I'm on my way to work. I fucking pull into the McDonald's drive-thru, and I was like, let me get like 3 breakfast sandwiches, 2 hash browns.
Yes.
And I just ate all that shit at my desk at work.
That is a perfect cure. Breakfast McDonald's, perfect cure. Sausage, egg McMuffin.
Oh, that's the best.
Bro.
That's the best. Oh my god.
I have to get 2 though normally. Normally one's not enough. Obviously you get the hash brown, you get the carton of orange with it, but I have to get 2. Before I used to go to university, I used to stop off and quite regularly get 2 sausage, egg McMuffin meals in the morning. And probably wasn't the best for me, but beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I have to say though, bro, 3 times being sick, that's not too bad.
No, not at all.
I don't get sick very often now. I try not to get too crazy. Obviously, I'm on the Bud Lights now, so it's hard to. But back in the day, man, there's countless nights where I've drunk too much and woke up and seriously regretted
the Champions League final in 2019. Oh my god. Speaking of Champions League, after this story, we'll go into the beautiful football that we saw. That was Bayern and PSG, and the fucking atrocity that we all witnessed on Wednesday.
You knew that was going to happen, though.
Yeah. It was like heaven and hell of football. It's like, this is what we want to see on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And Wednesday is what we want to banish from top flight football. Like, that should never be a style of play in the Champions League. I'm sorry. But so the Champions League final against Tottenham. Funny story. I went down to the pub that I normally go to. It's a Scottish pub. It's called Piper's. And me and my buddy, he like lived 5 streets away, we met there at like 11 o'clock just to get a seat. So we went, the bar was already full. We go and sit in the back. So we've been going to that place at that point for over 5 years at that point, and we didn't fucking know it was an official Tottenham supporters bar.
Oh, no.
So there's him. So there's the two of us in our Liverpool kits sitting in the back. Everybody at the bar and by the bar tables are fucking wearing Tottenham kits.
Oh,
There's like
man.
me and him, and there's like 5 other Liverpool supporters back there by the big screen. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, if we kick the shit out of Tottenham today, if we all get together like a Roman testudo, we could probably push ourselves out of here. But dude, the beers dude, once that penalty went in and Mo scored, the drinks just were flowing. Him and I have no memory after the trophy lift.
You could have got beat up. You won't even know it.
No. One of the greatest days out as a football supporter that I've ever had.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
If I could have been in Madrid, I would have maxed out my credit cards and gone there. It was a great time. That's the thing about football. Like, I didn't fucking know these people. Origi scores that goal, and this dude in a Liverpool kit, he's like, so I'm like 5'9", and the dude had to be like 5'3". I was standing up with a beer in my hand. I wish someone grabbed a photo of this. The goal went in, and he like picked me up, and my hand is like up in the air, punching the air, and it's it's one of those moments that you just have as a football fan. I'm sure like you've had those in the stadium.
Man.
Like, you're just fucking celebrating.
Yeah.
Somebody you don't even know,
it's probably the only situation where you will grab a man, you know, unless you're that way, which is absolutely fine. But you grab any man, you kiss him, you love him, you know, you're in that moment, and it's a magical feeling, you know. When you really think about it, it's a bit weird, you know. You don't know these people. No, sometimes you do. Quite often, I'm sitting with a lot of people that I know, but sometimes you're not, and you're just grabbing strangers and you're holding each other, and there's limbs everywhere, and you know. But that's the magic of it, man. It brings people together. You know, it's beautiful.
I'll never forget when in the League Cup final against Chelsea, the first time around, where Kelleher scores and then Kepa skies it. My buddy, like, we were in my living room, we were watching it. We're sitting on opposite ends. We're like holding like pillows like this because it's a penalty shootout. Then as soon as like he missed and like the players started running onto the pitch, we grabbed each other and we were like jumping around like kids. And my wife is sitting there looking at us like, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
In that moment, she's so turned off. She's like, oh my God.
She's like, she's probably thinking, I'll need a room. Like,
man. But sometimes they don't. People that are not like, because obviously some people like football, but then there's people like us that love football.
Yeah,
and people that don't see it like we do, they don't get it sometimes. You know, when you tell people how happy it makes you, and how much love you have for fellow supporters and the team, they don't understand it.
No, it's a different type of support, to be honest with you. It's like literally it becomes a part of you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say it becomes a part. I've been a sports fan my whole life. Pittsburgh Steelers. I grew up in the Bronx in the 90s, 2 blocks away from fucking Yankee Stadium. So I saw all those World Series title as a kid, and I absolutely adore the Yankees. But if I was told, pick a team to watch for the rest of your life, it would be Liverpool. I can't explain it.
Is that because you love the game like more than baseball? Well, I know you love baseball as well, but would you say like to sit and watch?
There's something about football that it's like I can't explain it. I don't know if it's because the game never stopped. That might be the reason. Or there's so many unique styles of play. There's so many different tactics and stuff that you can easily understand. As someone that's never played professionally, I can look at the pitch and see I can understand the player placement. I can understand what's going on. I think it's one of those sports that doesn't get enough respect here because of certain players that like to dive and all that stuff are like, oh, they go to ground too easily, yada yada yada. But if you've actually ran with the football at your feet at your top speed, and you get nudged. Like people don't understand how fast the ball moves on the pitch.
It's obviously growing massively in the US as well. I mean, football is the biggest game in the world. Around the world, it's the most watched sport, the most loved sport, I would say. I think a lot of people I speak to now are very interested in football. It's going to be what? How many? It's not going to be long until it's just as big in the US as you look at most owners now, Orients owners, but most owners are American owned. So there's a lot of interest there, man. And you've got a World Cup coming soon as well.
Yeah, we do. The prices are astronomical.
Oh, bro,
they're having trouble selling out.
Did you see the final? I don't know how true it is. It's like £2 million. So what?
Are you serious?
$2 million. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not. I mean, I've up to like 1 million to 2 million. I saw this on X. I saw. I mean, you don't know, but I'm sure some of the tickets are that price. I'm not sure like your average seat's not, but that's probably the highest end. But I mean, we know how much the Super Bowl can cost. It can cost an extortionate amount of money. Yeah. And I think that every game at the World Cup, they're trying to do a similar sort of thing.
Yeah.
Which is,
and they want to do a halftime show at the World Cup final. I'm like, stop.
Yeah.
No, I hate when they do it at the Champions League. It's fucking stupid.
Like
before the game, I'm like, dude, I just want to watch. I don't care.
Yeah.
And speaking of Champions League and love for football, what a game we had with Bayern and PSG.
Oh, bro, that should have been the final.
That should have been the final.
That should have been the final. Incredible. End to end. Both teams.
When I saw that PSG went up 5-2, I was like, oh.
Yeah, it's done. You're thinking it's done.
It's done.
Yeah.
And then they fucking pull back 2 more goals, and it's just 1 goal on aggregate. I think PSG were at home, right?
Yeah.
I think they were.
So they've got to go to Munich now. And it was not
Could you imagine what that would have been like if we kept the fucking old format of away goals?
Yes.
4 away goals.
I never used to like that format. So I'm glad they changed that. I didn't like it. Just for me, I just didn't like it. I mean, it felt like it. I don't know. I prefer the fact that that's gone now. I didn't like the away goal rule in the Champions League. I think it kind of not complicated things, but I just think it. I don't know. I just prefer it that you can go to a game like that. That game is 5-4. That's it. There's no away goals. You're going to go to the next leg, and it's 1 goal. It's more simple. We know where we are, and I prefer it. I think. Do you prefer it the old way?
I like the away goals rule. I liked it. But I can understand your perspective. It's like, okay, it's still no one's goal is worth more than the other. It's just a goal. So because like the equivalent of 1 away goal was 2.
I'm glad they changed it. To be honest, just for me, I still think Bayern are going to do it. I know PSG are a great side, but I think at home, I still think that they're going to. I know they're a goal down, but I think they're gonna do it, man. I think.
Yeah, even like that's what I said. That's what really pissed me off when Liverpool played them in the quarters. And they played the manager set them up in a cowardly fashion. This team can be gotten. I mean, Spurs went there and scored like 2 or 3. Chelsea went there and put like 2 or 3 past them. Albeit they lost those games because PSG's firepower is nuts. At least they put up a fucking chance. As with Bayern that they're showing right now, like if you don't give up and you go at them, they have a soft underbelly.
Yeah.
They can be gotten at. And I think going into the next leg with Bayern being at home, I gotta give Bayern the edge there. There's gonna be goals, but
imagine if it's the same. Imagine if it's the same kind of game. That'd be incredible.
But reverse.
Yeah.
Right? That'd be crazy.
5-4 Bayern.
Right? Ends in 9-9 on aggregate, and it goes into extra time, and they score 2 goals apiece in extra time, and then it goes to penalties.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Incredible. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think Bayern will edge them.
I said last week I kind of want to see Bayern just for Harry Kane.
Yeah.
Just the Orient connection. Sorry, it goes back to the O's again.
Yeah.
But he learned everything he knows at Orient, let's face it. And that's why he's where he is now. Let's face it. So I want to see him. I want to see him win the Champions League. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, I want to see Luis Diaz win it as well.
Yeah. Nice goal, man, as well.
Yeah,
nice
goal. He faked them out and then just blasted it into the top corner. Their style of play is just beautiful. It's just it's not overly complex either. They just move the ball quickly. Like they get the ball and it's just moving. It's moving. It's moving. They're not fucking passing it back side to side. You know. With this fucking focusing on possession like a bunch of morons. I don't care if I have 2% possession.
Yeah.
As long as if I hit you on the counter in 4 fucking times and we score 4, I don't give a shit. Just make it entertaining, you know? That was entertaining. And now we come to the opposite game, which was not fucking entertaining. There were some moments of the game where they got shots off. I was like, oh, okay. There were a couple saves like that shot Alvarez took that Raya saved. I was like, okay, do we have something here? But no goals from open play. A goal apiece on penalties.
2 good penalties, but yeah.
2 good penalties, yeah. And then you had the Arsenal fans penalty crying about that one penalty shout. I'm like, if you're relying on penalties to get you to the Champions League final, you don't fucking belong there.
Yeah. For me, that wasn't a pen either, I don't think.
No, it wasn't.
No.
They keep showing that still image of like him stepping on his foot, but what you didn't watch with the full video is like he got a touch on the ball. Sorry. It's not a foul.
For me, that was the right decision. I know some Arsenal fans that were like, that's a pen. How's that not given? But yeah, I don't think that was a pen. I think that was soft.
No. There's not much to say about that game.
No. What do you think? Do you think Arsenal do it at home against them?
No.
No.
I think Atletico go through. I don't think anybody wants to see them in the final either. To be honest with you.
Sorry, Arsenal fans.
I don't even want to see Atletico Madrid in the final. Jesus. Fuck, it's gonna be so boring.
What would be the best final? Let's try and think.
The best final right now? It's what we're seeing in the semifinal.
Yeah. Do you think PSG Atletico would be a better final? Just purely football. Or do you think Bayern?
Atletico? Yeah, because Simeone is gonna PSG are gonna, no matter who they're playing, they're gonna attack them. So it'll be entertaining from that perspective. But you know that Atletico are gonna and I don't know, it'd be interesting to see. Because if Atletico do advance and PSG advance, I could see Atletico winning 1-0 like on a jammy corner or something. Because I think Simeone has better attackers. So even if they don't win like on a corner, I mean, you got fucking Julian Alvarez. I mean, you saw what he did at City. He has a goal in him, stellar player. I think he could be the deciding factor.
I've got to be honest, I think Arsenal are going to win at home.
You think so?
I think so. I think it'll be a boring game again, but I think corner, Arsenal score.
Yeah.
Final. And my prediction is Bayern Arsenal final.
Okay.
Bayern win. That's my prediction right now. You heard it here first.
All right.
That's what I think at this moment.
You putting money on that?
Probably not. I get a lot of things wrong. But yeah, that's what I would guess now.
You did predict a Newcastle win, and we had the reverse. So.
Yeah. So don't listen to me. So I hope Orient lose tomorrow. I think they're going to lose tomorrow.
Right. But Tommy, I saved this one for last. So, and this is going back to the Prem. Last weekend, we had Liverpool versus Palace. Liverpool were 2-0 up at one point. And late in the second half, the goalkeeper makes a save. He goes to make, I think he makes another save, but he goes down looking like he's in agony, holding on to his knee. Then the Palace player just crosses it into the net. Munoz. And people are going nuts. The players went nuts in the stadium. The crowd went nuts. Rightly, manager went crazy. on the refs. From your perspective as a neutral, what do you think? Do you think that was Bush League with the goalkeeper going down injured, holding his knee? You don't
Mhm.
know if he ruptured something or something of that sort and not kicking it out of play. Do you think goalkeepers should be allowed that grace, or you play till the ref blows the whistle?
Yeah, I know you're not going to like it, but I think play till the ref blows the whistle.
Sure.
Yeah, it can be a bit ruthless sometimes, and it
Mhm.
is sometimes you do see. I remember, was it Paolo Di Canio years ago for West Ham? Paolo Di Canio, a player went. I don't know if it was West Ham or Sheffield United. Sheffield Wednesday. Sorry, he could have scored, and a player went down injured, and he was like he was going to score, and he just kind of picked the ball up, and it was like a
Mhm.
nice thing to see, like a really rare thing to see. For me, if I'm a fan, I want my players to play till the whistle and get the goal. I know it's a bit ruthless,
Mhm.
but I think that's because as we mentioned before, players do go down very easy sometimes. It's sometimes hard to tell if they're faking it or if they're not. I know they're not. Most of the time, they're not faking it. They are injured, but I think you just got to play till the whistle, man. And just if you can score.
That's fair. I think for the goalkeeper, it should probably be different. I think
Mhm.
if you're like holding your knee or something and like you look like you're in severe pain, maybe that should be afforded some grace. But I'm kind of with you. You got to play till the whistle. Like even if your player is down holding onto his knee, there should be somebody there on the line to take
Mhm.
responsibility to clear it.
Mhm.
I think it's a subjective call. I think we would have put it out because that's just the team that we are. And at times I rightly got pissed off at them. Back when Klopp was around, we would be on the counter sometimes and like a defender will like pull up with the hamstring or something like that and he'll go down and then in severe pain and we'll put it out of play.
Mhm.
And there's some fans that are like, you should do that sportsmanship, or you just like, I don't give a fuck. He pulled his hamstring. Now you're
I'm one of
down to
them.
10. We're gonna score.
I'm
So
one of
I
them.
think, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's the goalkeeper. I'm like, we have less sympathy for outfield players unless it's like a head injury or something really serious.
Mhm. It's knowing if the player's being honest, though. That's the thing. So many
Yeah.
players go down, they're holding their leg, and they're in agony, they're screaming, and then 2 minutes later th're running absolutely fine, no problem. And
Yeah.
they've clearly used it to stop the play. That's the problem. If you
Yeah.
really know someone's hurt, you think you're going to stop and give them the grace. But if they're down and they're going down every 5 minutes and they're wasting time,
Right.
that's when the referee's got to make the decision and stop the game or not, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I think if your player goes down without any contact and
Mhm.
he like holds his Achilles or something or his knee, that's when it's like, oh shit, okay, he just
Yeah, he's
whenever
hurt.
you see that happen, it's like, okay, dude, his Achilles
Mhm.
is gone or his ACL is gone or some sort of tendon just popped.
Mhm.
And I think in
Yeah,
those cases you got to put it out because
yeah.
you can't
That's
just
never nice to see. That's never nice
no.
to see, man.
No, not at
Yeah.
all. Yeah. But yeah, I was curious about your perspective on that because I know some fans were like, oh, that's really unprofessional.
Mhm.
Like you see someone down on the ground holding their knee, you don't know what the hell's going on. The ref should have stopped the game. But I think if it was reversed, would be like, put it in the net and then we'll deal with it later. Even Glasner came out and said that if Woodman had to come off, they would have scored an own goal. I don't know how true that is, but at least it's a nice gesture he
Mhm.
considered.
Mhm. Yeah, man. I've been in a ground singing "Let Him Die" while I play the flooring. So I'm not saying that's right, but I've been in that moment, which some of us. Let him
What?
die, let him die, let him die. Terrible. Actually, that's terrible. I'm saying that out loud. I should be saying it, but that's in the moment. It happens. Depends the game. Depends on the game.
Yeah.
Depends who you're playing.
Oh shit, that's nuts, dude.
Did you see? We've got to mention the. I know you're probably not because I'm not either, but conference football. I don't know if you saw what happened at the end of
I
the season.
didn't. I didn't. What happened?
Did you hear about it?
Uh-uh.
So in the conference, so the National League, only one team goes up automatically. That's
Oh
it.
shit! Is this about like I forget the teams where he scored the goal and like
Yes.
everybody stormed the pitch and then the other team?
Yes. York and Rochdale.
Yes.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. Both teams over 100 points this season, which is incredible. One of them is going to go up automatically. It comes to the last game of the season. They're playing each other. You can't write this stuff, right? It's incredible. And it goes right to the end. Rochdale score very late. Their fans are on the pitch. You know, there's people vlogging and you know, to the camera and crazy scenes. And then obviously York score very late after, and they win it, and they're going up, and it's just incredible. And now obviously Rochdale are in the playoffs, and you know there's a big chance that they won't win the playoff. You know the playoffs are very difficult as well. And how often do we see the team that finishes second not do it in the playoffs in the National League and in any league? You know it's very if you're that team that finished just outside automatic, sometimes they do. Don't get me wrong, but how often do we see it that they don't? So it was so incredible. Fans are running on the pitch. One of the York players has punched one of the fans. I think he's getting in a bit of trouble for that. But it was just carnage. But I just thought I got to bring that up, man, because it was just incredible.
Yeah, I saw that. Now that you mention it, I saw that video on X. It was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, it's
they're talking about changing the National League to League 3. I think we mentioned that last week. So it's because it is a professional league.
Yeah,
it is a big league. There's big clubs in that league, and it's a tough league as well. You know, I watched Orient for a couple of years in that league, and so it's a good league. So they're talking about making that League 3 and having 2 teams go up, which would be a lot more fair. You know, it took Wrexham years to get out of that league. They finished like seconds in the playoffs so many times and just couldn't do it. So it's difficult. So because of that, I imagine they'll probably address it and maybe change it in the next couple of years. I would have thought.
No, that'd be interesting to do. At least get 2 teams because it would suck to get over 100 points.
Oh man, yeah.
Imagine if they don't go up.
Yeah, terrible, man.
Yeah. Kind of like with us, we got 97 points and didn't win the league title.
Yeah.
Arsenal fans, you are so lucky you don't fucking have Prime City to deal with. You are so lucky.
Yeah.
Because they'd be 20 points ahead of you. You have no fucking the misery one goes through with a back and forth with a prime Pep side. No fucking over 90 points twice and not winning a league title.
Yeah.
That shit is unheard of, and it's shit. So, it sounds like you got City with their tails up. You better hope they drop points because it doesn't look like they're going to.
No. Are you still thinking it's City this year?
Yeah. Whether it be by 3 points, a point, or goal difference. Because I think City have the firepower to bring that goal difference up. And they're playing against Everton, who I think I have the fixture list.
They just lost to West Ham last week. I know that's West Ham are in pretty good form as well. But
Everton are at home. No offense, Blues, but yeah. I mean, the team speaks for itself. But good luck, because I could see that could be one of the games where City put 4 past them. Because even if Arsenal beat Fulham 1-0 and City put 4 past you, and then they win their game in hand by like 2 or 3 goals, City are up on goal difference.
Yeah.
I wonder what the effect would be if they lose next week's home leg at the center. Because we saw when they lost the final, their form didn't recover for a little bit.
That's a good point. I think if they lose that, their heads are going to go lower. Because apparently in the Arsenal stadium at the moment, you can feel the tension when you're fighting for a title, whatever you're fighting for, staying up or going down, there's tension. But apparently you can really feel the nerves between the players, the fans. They've gone through it, the Arsenal fans, because they've got this second again, ole syndrome. And it's there, you know, they can feel it and they're waiting for that collapse, and and it's adding to the tension. But you're right. I think if they lose that, that's going to be another huge blow for them, for the confidence.
Yeah. I agree.
So I've captained Haaland this week. I'm hoping for some Haaland goals.
I want to see a hat trick.
on my
I want to see a
FPL.
Haaland hat trick.
Come on.
But on that note, Tommy, before we end, what are your predictions for the weekend? I'll go through each fixture, important fixture, and go from there. We'll start off with Brentford versus West Ham tomorrow. That is a 3:00 kickoff. What are you thinking?
I'm gonna go 2-1 West Ham.
2-1 West Ham. I'm there with you. The other big game, we got Newcastle and Brighton. Brighton are still fighting for a European spot. Newcastle is at home. Is this a game that Newcastle, recover and start to gain a bit of form going into the last 3 games of the season?
I'm going to go 2-0 Brighton.
2-0 Brighton.
Brighton are in some great form at the moment. They're looking good. They're defensively good as well. I think, yeah, 2-0 Brighton.
I'm going to go 1-1 for that one.
Oh, okay.
I think that one will be a draw. Arsenal and Fulham, what you got?
I'm going to go 2-0 Arsenal.
2-0 Arsenal.
I think Arsenal are going to win.
I'm going to go 2-2.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to go with the 2-2. Okay. I think Arsenal will go up early, and then I think Fulham, they have the ability to pull games back, and I think they'll be able to do that.
Wilson in the middle.
Yeah, Villa and Tottenham. Villa coming off a loss, Tottenham coming off of a win. What are we thinking there?
I'm going to go 2-1 Villa.
2-1 Villa. Yeah, Villa are at home. They're at Villa Park, I think. I think Villa will take this one. Let's go to United and Liverpool. Liverpool going to Old Trafford. I think Liverpool have won 3 on the bounce right now. United coming off a win against, I think it was Brentford last week. Both teams kind of in a bit of form, but I don't think Liverpool's performances have been that great or convincing. What are you thinking at Old Trafford?
I'm going to go for a draw. I think it's going to be 2-2. I think we're going to have a good game, but I think 2-2.
Yeah, I think it'll be a 2-2 draw as well. Up until recently, it's been a difficult ground to go to. I know last season we went there. I think it was like the first or second game of the season, and we beat them like 2-0. But I think given the form we've been on this season, I'll take a draw at Old Trafford. Chelsea and Nottingham Forest. What do you got there? I think Forest will do that one.
Yeah. I'm going to go 3-1 Forest.
3-1 Forest. All right.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I don't know why. Gibbs White. Gibbs White hat trick. Yeah, please. He's in my fantasy team as well. I'll take that.
And I think the big game, the Monday night game, Everton and Man City. Everton are at home. Haven't been an okay season for them. City are obviously chasing Arsenal. They got their tails up, coming off a win against Burnley, which I think they should have beaten Burnley heavily, but Burnley, I think, got away with a couple of ones there where City weren't clinical enough. What are you thinking for this one?
I'm going to go 3-1 City. I think Everton score, but I think City are going to go out firing. And Haaland, hopefully a couple of goals for the fantasy. I think 3-1 City.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm going to go 4-0 City.
Oh, 4-0.
Yeah. Okay. I think they're going to score early, and that Everton's heads are going to go.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, they're safe. It's a nothing game for them. I don't know. I think a lot of players and fans alike would like to not see Arsenal win, because you remember there were a few times where teams would play against Liverpool like it's the fucking Champions League final, and then they'd lay down and spread their legs for City, and City would put 7 past them. I never forget those days. So I think it'll be one of those situations where Everton will come out, play hard for 15 or so, and that they probably won't do much.
I mean, out of City and Arsenal, if you had to pick one team to go on and win all their remaining games,
it's City.
You'd pick City. Yeah.
It's just because of the coach, to be honest with you. Pep doesn't like to lose.
It's his last season.
He's obsessive. I don't think he's leaving.
You don't think he will?
No, I don't think he's leaving.
It's not been said whether he is or not, right?
No. There's speculation that if he does leave, if he does leave, Maresca would come into the job. I think this neck and neck race might have reinvigorated him.
Yeah. There's fire in the old dog. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he'll probably do if they win the league, he'll probably do one more season, but if they don't win it, I think he'll definitely stick around and it's like, no. This ain't happening. Type of thing.
It's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, I think it's going to be, like we said, it's going to be an interesting end to the campaign. You think last day of the season, if they're level on points, you think we're going to have United and City repeat there where everybody was watching the goal difference?
Yeah, man. I hope so. I kind of hope it goes to the wire like that.
Yeah, that'd be entertaining.
It's going to be wild if it does. It's going to be wild. If City and Arsenal, if it goes to goal difference last game, wow, it's going to be incredible, man. It's going to be incredible. And it's what we all want, really,
100%. It'd be hilarious if City win it on goal difference again with like a last minute goal like Aguero had.
Oh, yeah. That was incredible.
Yeah.
Aguero!
Oh. And everything just went nuts after that.
But hopefully, man, as well, Bradford, please, if somehow the Bradford players hear this before, just win, baby, and
just win.
Oakland Raiders, just win, baby. Let's go.
Oh God, out of all teams to bring up,
I'm sorry, man.
You had to do that one. You just want to jinx yourself even more.
Yeah, what have I done? Oh, what have I done? What was his name? The famous Raiders head
Al Davis.
Al Davis, that's it.
Yeah.
Just win, baby. I like that saying. Just win.
Or
Please.
just screw it like Mike Vrabel does.
Yeah. Oh. What's he thinking, man? What is he? I mean,
dude, I don't know, man. He's with him. And did you see that thing with the Chase banker?
No, what was that?
Look that up. This guy, I know this is not football related, but I find this kind of funny. This dude that was like, I don't know, like a VP or something, accused this lady, an executive director, of basically sexually assaulting him on the job.
Whoa.
And it turns out, so yesterday, Twitter, like X, once you hear that, it turns into a meme fest, which is what it was all day yesterday. But late in the day, it turns out this prick made it all up.
Oh.
And this lady's reputation got dragged through the mud.
Oh.
But the memes out there are fucking hilarious.
And it's too late now. There's no going back.
There's no going back.
It's out there. Yeah.
I think the good thing is that JP Morgan backed her, and they were like, okay, we'll do an investigation. And the dude didn't want to comply with the investigation. And it comes out the internet being the internet found out all this information about him, how he was asking ask a lawyer chat bots. And he was trying to do the same thing to another thing. Dude, it was chaos. That's back to back, after the thing with Vrabel, and now you got this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
so it's
the Vrabel thing's insane as well. And obviously, for those that don't know, that's the head coach of the New England Patriots, the fantastic Patriots that have just got to the Super Bowl. He's got everything going on. And then he's been caught, obviously, having an affair. And I can't remember the lady's name, but she's like a reporter. And he's possibly the father of her son. The most wild. Her son's. So she's just got married in 2020, right? So she's literally not long married, or 2024 or something like that. Recently married. She's had a baby, and she's called the baby Michael.
Yeah, called him Michael.
And the second name as well. So Vrabel's second name, I'm pretty sure, is the baby's full name, Michael, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, what are you doing? I just feel sorry for her husband, because he's had to see this.
Apparently, the rumor is that he hired a private eye.
Really?
And if this dude did that and has all this evidence, that lady is screwed.
Really?
She ain't getting shit from the divorce. She's not getting anything. She doesn't deserve anything.
No, absolutely.
If you're gonna do that, just leave your husband. Just leave.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's poor. And she's come out with stuff she's been saying stuff basically disrespecting her husband. Like, I don't post about him on social media because he's boring. What the?
Yeah.
Bro, you can't do that, man.
I don't understand.
But
It's
don't
like
say
the
Vrabel.
transfer business, right? Like if you want to leave the club, just come out route and say it, and then
Absolutely,
just get the business done.
yeah. But just I don't sack Vrabel. I think he's okay. He's made a mistake. You know, he's got to sort it out. Obviously,
I
But
view
yeah.
that as a personal problem. That's
I don't
not
think
a
that should come
footballing
into.
problem.
Yeah, that shouldn't come into play. You know, that's personal. You're right, man.
But anyways, folks, I know we ended kind of like
NFL.
not football related with NFL and the rumor mill going down in the finance sector of New York City. Dude, just go look at the memes. I'll send some of them.
I did
to
see
you.
some of it yesterday. Actually, yeah, I don't know the full story, but I did actually see some of it. Yeah, wild.
Yeah, but folks, we hope you enjoyed today's episode of Let's Get Footy. Before we end today, shameless plug of our paranormal podcast. I am the host of The Wandering Road, which I co-host with my good friend all the way in Hawaii, Mr. Dean. And Mr. Tommy here is the host of the Let's Get Freaky podcast. Both of them are paranormal podcasts. Both of them are conversational based. We have guests on to come on and share their stories. If you like ghosts, demons, UFOs, cryptids, conspiracy theories, these are the podcasts for you. And if you ever want to talk about those things, please reach out to us. You can reach me at twroadpodcast@gmail.com. Tommy, what is the email address for Let's Get Freaky?
You can reach me at letsgetfreakypodcast@mail.com. Send us a message and we'll get straight back to you, man.
And most importantly, if you want to come on and talk football, or if you have any opinions or topics that you want us to cover, reach us at letsgetfooty@gmail.com. We have this on YouTube. If you enjoy watching video podcasts, please subscribe to us on our YouTube channel. We're trying to make that channel grow. Leave your comments, share it with your football supporting friends. And we are also on Apple, Spotify, and other podcast platforms. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. Get a hold of us. Let us know your thoughts about football in general, any teams you want us to cover, go deep dive on, or if you want to come on and talk some football. Thank you for tuning in, folks.
Come on, Bradford.
Up the Reds.
Come on, Bradford.
Come on, O's.
Yes.
Stay up. Last game
no
of the season.
faith.
If you can't get up for that, you have no business playing for that team.
I have no faith, brother. But please, come on, Bradford. Please, Bradford.